Hi, so my name is Angela Martin, and I have known David from when I first met him at XP 2003. He was presenting in the same session that I was, and I was presenting my very first paper for my PhD called Being Jane Malkovich. I was nervous as, and this lovely guy was presenting in the same session and helped calm my nerves and get me onto that stage so that I could actually speak about my research. I was terrified, and he was just so lovely in helping. And I guess we've kind of become friends ever since. We have a history together of being on panels at the XP conference. This is me with my cuddly Kiwi toy and David sitting next to me. No doubt we're talking about something to do with customers. That was kind of one of the things that we really had in common. We didn't do this just once. In fact, we did it multiple times. Here's a couple of examples of us on different panels together. Each time discussing a topic, just really awesome. Loved having conversations with David. We were both so passionate about the customer and how things worked. Yeah, it was really cool. On one of these conferences that we used to hang out with, so we did make an effort to always get to the XP conference in Europe. For this one, there was a three musketeers. So there was myself in the middle, and then David and Mark. And this was XP 2005, and we were basically all arriving around the same time. And we figured that we would drive down to Sheffield together because that would be kind of fun. We could do some sightseeing and hang out and natter, and that would be great. So it all started in London, where we hired a car, a lovely, nice, brand new white one. It was very cool. And since I was with a German and an American who all drive on the right, I figured I was the safest to drive, so I drove, because in New Zealand we drive on the left as well. May not have worked, but I got us there without incident. Little incidents afterwards, but not during the drive. So we took a detour to Cambridge on our way to Sheffield, and it was beautiful. I'd never been to Cambridge before, and it was gorgeous. It was also full of students who were celebrating, and they had basically dyed themselves pink for whatever reason that students do that. It was pretty funny. But we did make it to Sheffield safe and sound, no issues. It was very cool. We had a lot of fun. And I'm going to change the order of things slightly here. I'm going to talk about a dinner we had partway through and then come back to what happened after we arrived in Sheffield. So on this particular dinner, the three of us were chatting, and we all learnt that Mark had basically ridden a motorcycle through the Sahara Desert. And at one point, the motorcycle had fallen on top of him, and he'd been stuck under a motorcycle in the middle of the Sahara Desert for a few hours. And it's not like many people come along, so it was pretty bad. So that sort of became one of our mottos over the many years that we've known each other, that, at least it's not as bad as being stuck under a motorcycle in the Sahara Desert. At the same time, we also learnt about David's bad boy days in a band, and that he actually had been on MTV videos and all sorts of things. That was so cool. This is a photo of him at that kind of time period. So back to the car story. So we did arrive in Sheffield safe and sound, but it wasn't quite as simple as that. So through an amazing series of events, I managed to lock the keys in the car. And it really was quite strange. I put my bag down in order to pick something up that was on the back seat to take it out of the car. And as I was backing away out the car door and the car door closed, the bag that I'd had on the back seat fell onto the car key ring, which depressed the locking machine, a little buzzer thing, on the car keys and locked the door. So basically, that is how our stuff got locked in the car. Man, was I feeling stupid. Needless to say, David and Mark were lovely, and none of us thought it was going to be too big a problem. But after we had locked the keys in the car, decided to go to dinner, and while we were there, we used the public payphone and called the rental company, expecting to find a simple answer. But it turns out, because we'd hired such a lovely car, it was really hard, and they wouldn't be able to get to our issue for a few days. And the problem with that is that I'd just gotten out of hospital and all my medication was in the car. So it kind of really needed to get into the car. So we spent hours on the phone, many hours on hold between the three of us, trying to figure out a way with the rental company where we didn't actually have to break the window on the car, because that would not have been great. And so in the end, we agreed that they would send a locksmith out to see if they could help us. They didn't think it would be possible because it was too flash a car for that kind of thing, unlike my old dunger of a car back home. But at about 1 o'clock in the morning, the locksmith finally arrived, and he helped, and he actually did manage to unlock the car. Unfortunately, he also managed to set all the alarms blazing. So we were not that popular at the conference the next day when all the alarms had been off for a little while. But success was success, no damage to the car, my meds were okay, and all was well. So that was pretty cool. So I guess that was just a little story I thought I'd share. Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks, dude. I really enjoyed all of our interactions and many conversations, and I really miss having them. You know, since I've stepped out of the conference scene and haven't been travelling, we haven't caught up in a few years, and I really miss hanging out and chatting. So I just wanted to say thanks, dude. You're pretty awesome.